The Matthews Small Business Broadcast spotlights urban business owners, professionals, and creative artists and enables them to share their products and services with urban consumers from New York City to Washington, D.C., who have more than $150 billion of annual purchasing power. So book your spotlight interview package right now and let us help you acquire the new clients you need to prosper and succeed. Call us at 732-357-5701. Hi, this is Stan Matthews, founder of the Matthews Broadcast Network. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a community to build healthy, wealthy businesses, professional practices, and nonprofit organizations. The Matthews Broadcast Network enables urban businesses, professionals, creative artists, and community organizations to affordably share their products and services on network TV, digital, and social media platforms, and provides urban consumers like you the opportunity to support and help these businesses, professionals, creative artists, and community-based organizations create jobs, provide career opportunities, and make urban communities great places to live, work, and raise a family. So please become a network supporter at www.thematthewsbroadcast.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can continue to spotlight and share the success stories, positive outlook, people, culture, and awesome destiny of the global urban community.
Hi, I'm Mayor Baraka of Newark, reminding you to shop urban and shop local to save time and money, get a higher level of customer service, create jobs, and build stronger families and communities. Remember to shop urban, shop local, and shop Newark.
Remember to shop urban, shop local, and shop Newark.
Hi, good evening. This is Stan Matthews in the Spotlight with Stan Matthews, and I'm here tonight with several outstanding entrepreneurs in the New York, New Jersey area. We are broadcasting from GEMS TV in Newark, New Jersey, and we are going to have a great time tonight understanding how companies like the one with the gentleman who's sitting to my left are so successful. So we like to share success models so that other people can understand how they can be more successful as well. As always, the Spotlight with Stan Matthews rests upon 4 principles, and those principles are divine alignment, which leads to divine empowerment, which requires that we divinely uplift others as we are blessed. And also, finally, when we're doing those 3, we become divinely enriched. So first and foremost, divine alignment. We believe that you cannot be successful at anything unless you align with your divine source. And so we require for success that we be aligned with our divine identity and purpose. My position is you can acquire whatever you desire once you are in alignment. And so after you become divinely aligned, then you become divinely empowered, Chaz. And what do I mean by that? The book of Timothy in the Bible says, we have not been given a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. Love, power, and a sound mind. So divine alignment begets divine empowerment. And after you're empowered, you're required to be uplifting others. And here we hear the voice of our poet laureate, my favorite poet, the one and only Maya Angelou, whose position was that people may forget what you said, people may even forget what you did, but they will never ever forget how you made them feel. So when you are divinely aligned and empowered, you have to be uplifting others. And when you're doing that, you become divinely enriched. And here we listen to the gospel again. 27 times in the Bible, the word prosperity or prospering is used. So just let me give you a few examples. In the first Psalm, so he will be like a man planted by the rivers of water, whose leaves will not wither, and everything he doeth will prosper. Again, this is not my words. This is the words of the man the world knew as Jesus the Christ. I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. So when you are operating in alignment with these four principles, things just kind of work for you. That is the principle that we operate on here in the Spotlight with Stan Matthews. This evening, I'm joined by a gentleman by the name of Chaz Laurie, but his professional name is Shampoo Poppy. So we're going to get into why that name, among other things. And I just want to welcome you tonight, Chaz. Thanks
so
for being
much.
in the Spotlight with Stan Matthews. And want to ask you, is Shampoo Poppy the name of your company?
Yes, it's the name of my company, but it's also my stage name. It's my brand. It's how I move within my own personal business. Yeah.
So tell me what the unique value of the services that Shampoo Poppy provides. What is the unique value of your service?
So pretty much like, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. So I was in school. I was in nursing school specifically, and I was working. And then I ended up quitting my job, and then I failed nursing school. So after those two things took over, I was like, I hit a really, really, really bad depression. And what felt like to me, I was just rotting away on my couch, like looking for something to do, looking for side jobs to pay my bills. Nothing was really working out. So I was like, all right, enough is enough. It's time to stop feeling sorry for myself. I got up and I started detailing cars. And I literally made a living out of detailing people's cars on Instagram. And it became an internet sensation literally overnight. And although detailing cars was cool and I do love it, it's, I'm more of a talent than a car detailer.
And a personality, obviously.
So, obviously it was definitely cool. And
So tell me what is unique about the detailing service you provide.
You don't really find too many detailers that provide entertainment services while detailing cars.
And do you go to people's homes, or where their car is, or they come to you?
I would go to their homes if they have a hose, if I can use their hose, and a long roach cord to where I can then use their vacuum to bring the cord out the window. But other than that, I usually go to self-service car washes.
All right. So tell me who is a great client for your service. Who is someone who really works well with you?
Crazy people like me, because then we have more fun while I'm detailing cars.
So how do you get clients? Do people refer them to you? Do you advertise?
It's mainly through Instagram. Everything is like word of mouth through Instagram, and that's how I pretty much been getting all of my clients.
That is really interesting. It shows that social media is such a powerful tool that you built a business just on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
All right. Tell me how people that want to use your service can get in contact with you.
They can contact me on my Instagram at @thatshampoopoppy, or they can go to my website www.thatshampoopoppy.com.
While Shampoo Poppy is the primary business venture, you're also a very gifted artist and also have done some fashion modeling. I understand that you have an aspiration in that end. And so to those who may have opportunities for acting, may have opportunities for MCs and hosting, what is your desire in that realm?
See, I'm looking to be either in a scripted television show. I'm definitely looking to be in feature films. I'm actually being featured on Times Square Billboard next month, and I just got finished doing 2 features and 2 magazines. So I'm just really trying to build my brand off of Shampoo Poppy as being a talent by getting into these TV shows, Netflix films, things of that nature.
Well, there's more opportunity out there in this area. I happen to obviously be in the media space, and so now that content is so dispersed, there's content creators everywhere. Like I said last month when I was here, one of my clients had just premiered a movie in Newark, and he just got a 4 movie deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
Alonzo Haran. Hey, what's going on, Zoe?
Hey, Zoe. I'm trying.
And so I'm going to make that introduction tonight, and you guys need to hook up. So Zoe, as you go forward in this next 4 movie deal with Netflix, I want to introduce you to our friend Shampoo Poppy here, and I'm sure you guys can do some wonderful things together.
I would love to.
There is a word that says, "Beloved, I pray that you prosper in all things, even as your soul prospereth." And what I'm passionate about is making the connection between providers like Alonzo and people like yourself. Remember, I've said earlier, between New York City and Atlanta, Georgia, urban folks, brown, black, yellow, and red, last year spent $303 billion. That is the opportunity. The challenge is you only spent 2% of that with each other, right? So my recommendation is that you shop urban and shop local, because when you shop urban, you are helping a little girl get her dance shoes. When you shop urban, you're helping a little boy get his football uniform. When you shop urban, you're helping a mom and a dad put food on the table. When you shop urban, you are helping two business owners own their home. When you shop urban, you are expanding the tax base in cities that need more money for public safety, need more money for safer housing, recreation, and many things. So our recommendation as we go into this holiday season is you shop urban and you shop local to make your whole community become safer, stronger, and more prosperous, right? And also the connections when you shop urban are massive. Think about $303 billion. 10% of that is $30.3 billion. 20% of that is $60.6 billion between New York City and Atlanta. And that is what I see as my ministry, using media to bring together urban providers and urban consumers who have $303 billion to spend, right? It only makes sense for us to do it that way. We don't need to have any marches. We don't need to call anyone names. It doesn't matter who is in 1600 Pennsylvania Boulevard. When you have $303 billion to spend, if you just spend it with yourself, love on each other with our dollars rather than just with our lips, right? We can transform things no matter who is in the White House, right? There's time for us to do some things for ourselves. Now, you cannot keep taking 98 cents on every dollar that you get and spending it with other people who do not invest in your community and blame them for the conditions of your community. You have to blame yourself for your behavior and turn that behavior around. It is often said insanity is doing the same thing all the time and expecting a different result. We only get a different result when we get into different behavior.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so this is what I am sharing with urban providers and urban consumers between here and Atlanta. We will be in Pennsylvania next week, the DMV the following week, and of course at OM Studios in Marietta, Georgia. Hey, Shanta Moore, can't wait to get back down there with you guys. You guys treated us so well in Atlanta last month. We can't wait to get back. Dr. Pinky Miller, thank you so much for all of your hospitality as well. You made Jen and I just feel like we were a king and a queen. Arizona Steakhouse, awesome. Can't wait to get back with you. Now, the type of roles that you are most interested in, tell me what kind of roles, would really set you on fire.
Drama.
Right.
Drama. No, drama and comedy are my two roles that I gravitate to, because naturally that's just who I am as a person. I'm a dramatic comedian.
A dramatic
comedian.
Well, you said it, I did, right? So at the time that we have left, I want you to share your contact information one more time.
So again, you can contact me on Instagram at @shampoopoppy, or if you want to email me, thatshampoopoppy@gmail.com. You can contact me there. I answer all of my emails, all of my DMs.
Well, this is the man that built his business on Instagram alone. I'm glad to call him friend. This is Stan Matthews in the spotlight with Stan Matthews. Happy to have Mr. Chaz Laurie, or Shampoo Poppy, here tonight. You will be hearing from this young man, I assure you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Spotlight with Stan Matthews. I am so happy to have my guest, Dr. Joyce Bryant, here with me this evening. This is just a champion in urban communities. She has been enabling her students at Quality Dental School of Technology to get professions in the area of dental practice for 28 years. And this amazing public servant, who I'm super glad to call friend, is beginning a very unique part of her practice life. She is going to move from the space where she presently is and move to own her own building and move to purchase her own equipment by engaging a capital campaign and sharing with the community the opportunity to take Quality Dental School of Technology to another level. She has amazing goodwill. She has helped many people go from student to success and move from can't to career. Sometimes in just by providing them with the confidence and the love and respect that only Joyce Bryant can share. So Dr. Joyce, tell me what was the thing that motivated you to start Quality Dental School of Technology 28 years ago?
Well, what motivated me was actually I learned this trade in high school. I 12th grader, family of 5, second oldest. I knew my mom couldn't take me any further. So I had to make some decision on what I wanted to do with my life. So I started out in Malcolm X Shabazz High School, 1977.
A bulldog.
A roof. And what I did was I took a course as a dental technician. I had a teacher that began to see that I had the ability to work in a dental lab. And then from there, I went to school in New York, Manhattan. And then from there, I came back to New Jersey, and I worked in New Jersey. Worked with some dentists right along chairside as a technician, doing restorations of folks' mouth. And dentist was super nice to me. He paid for a lot of my education back then. I was a young girl, and he allowed me to work chairside. So I want to go back into the community and give young people an opportunity, or anyone who's looking to take a second career, to do something as a dental technician or a dental assistant or CNA. Those are the courses that we're offering now. But it seemed like everywhere I move, eventually the space is too small. So I decided to expand the school with the latest technology equipment, and I wanted to make sure that I had the proper space, because it seems like when I'm getting ready to add anything new, the space becomes too small. Okay?
So time for the capital campaign.
Yes, it is.
Listen. All of you out there who are going to be viewing this interview, understand one thing. The Africans have a proverb, which is a foundation point in my life. And that proverb from Kenya goes as follows. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go together. We achieve great things only when we move as a collective or as a team. You cannot win at war. You cannot win at economics. You cannot win at sports without a team. The great Michael Jordan, who is said to be the greatest of all time, went fishing the first 6 years of his NBA basketball career. No matter how many points he scored every year, the Boston Celtics, the Detroit Pistons, the Philadelphia 76ers were defeating him. 7 years, his 7th year in the league, the folks in Chicago gave him a team, right?
That's right.
Now everyone is writing books about how great Mr. Jordan is, and I agree with them, but he did not achieve his first championship until year 7 when he got a team. And so Dr. Joyce needs a team of all of us helping and supporting her. In 1995, after I graduated from Seton Hall Law School, I had the pleasure of learning stewardship, church stewardship. What they're calling crowdfunding today is nothing more than church, small donations by a lot of people, right? And they're calling that crowdfunding. We always knew that as church.
Yes.
right? And so what we're going to be doing with Quality Dental School of Technology is we're going to be giving you the opportunity to participate in strengthening this organization with very small donations, and those donations cumulatively are going to add up to what Dr. Bryant needs to put the school on different footing. And I know you're going to help because she has helped you. The Matthews Business Network is also viewer supported. And if you want to become a network supporter, just go to the MatthewsBroadcast.com and go to the network supporter button. We'll be glad to share with you one of our branded coffee mugs and one of our branded pens. We can only make the statements that we make, have the conversations that we have with your support. We are not corporately funded. We are viewer funded, and so we count on you to make sure that we can stay on the air between New York City and Atlanta. We are independent media, and we're doing it. We're doing it very well. We sit on the Interconnect Council. We're the only black company in the entire country that can put 30-second commercials on Oprah Winfrey, BET, VH1, anywhere you want to put commercials, we can do it. We sit at the table with all of the big cable, and you put us at that table, and we want to thank you for that. And now we want to ask you to help Dr. Joyce make sure that her students have the best equipment,
Yes.
and that she no longer has to move out of her space. She can just root and ground herself and continue to provide education in the dental field for another 28 years or as long as she wants to go.
I don't know.
There are two types of people in the world. They're dreamers like Dr. Bryant and dream killers, right? My advice to you is to embrace the first and run like heck from the second. Anyone that uses can't, won't, stay away from that person. They will try and tear your dream down. Tell me, Dr. Bryant, who is the best student for you? Who are the people that come to Quality Dental and are most successful?
Well, you know, as you was talking, I began to think there was so many folks along the way. Quality Dental gave an open hand to of love and began to work with them as they was climbing the ladder to success in the industry. And I'm looking at folks that can come in and give that $49 out of the clear fact they knew what Quality Dental School did for them.
That's right.
It's nice to give back and then even come back and visit the school and share your experience, encouraging the students that are in the school about being successful. Because sometimes the walk can be lonely, can be a little hard, but when you are about change in life, a lot of time a kind word or just giving some form of encouragement to that student goes a long way.
Absolutely.
So it's all about networking in our community, and as our community grow, economics, things change in a positive note for us, but it has to start with the people that's in the community first. So give into a cause that will help the next person that sat in that same seat that you sat in.
That's right. That's right. And you have to sometimes encourage yourself with your own mouth, right? I have an affirmation I say all the time, looking directly in the mirror in the morning. I look at myself and I say, Stan, you were born great and suited for success. And I say that 10 times. That. You were born great and suited for success, right? Right there in the 80th Psalm of the Bible, it says, and I tell you, you are gods and children of the Most High God, right? It didn't say you were the God. It's you're the junior God and children of the Most High God. You have to believe in yourself. Les Brown says it correctly. Many people say, I will believe it when I see it. Les said, no. You have to believe it first.
Exactly.
And then you will see it, right? Because your expectation and your reality do live at the same address and occupy the same mind. I wanted to ask you, Dr. Bryant, what's the best way that people can get in contact with you if they want to support the campaign or if they may want to be a student at the school?
Well, what they can do is that we're setting up where that they can email us at qdschool@verizon.net. I'm so sorry, qdschool@verizon.net. Or they can go to our website page, which is qualitydentalschool.com, There will be a tab there where they can actually go to the page, and then from there they can begin to do their donations. And whatever donation you give us, it's well appreciated. We will begin to also doing little skits showing the progress of folks as we go along for the next 10, 15 years. Then I'm going to retire, so we'll talk about that another time. But
you have no idea what retirement is. You're going to continue to bless our community ad infinitum and decide when you want to pass it along to someone else. Welcome back to the Spotlight with Stan Matthews. We are ecstatic about the next guest. Right? So many of you have heard about the killer pitcher. We have her here tonight. Everybody knows that she's precious, but she's also powerful. Right?
Yes.
So Precious, the powerful killer pitch master, is my guest in the Spotlight with Stan Matthews, and I'm super glad to have her on this evening. So Precious, tell me a little bit about you becoming a killer pitch master. How did that happen?
Well, the truth is, I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. And the only reason that started is because the truth of the matter is when I started my first company, I had no money to get started. None. I had negative $400 in my bank account. And so I went to the New York Public Library at 34th and Madison, and I met a woman who told me that she won $50,000 in prize money from pitch competitions. And so naturally I asked her to give me her pitch, and it was, I swear it was like crickets. I was like, I could smoke her in competition. I'd smoke her. And I decided to enter my first competition, and I won $10,000. And then I kept entering pitch competitions, and out of 14 competitions, I'm a 13-time champion. And so
That's
I
what I'm
won
talking
over $150,000 to start my first company, Curvy Girls Lingerie.
Curvy Girls Lingerie.
The ultimate shopping experience for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas.
We could just have her do a number of pitches, and I don't have to say anything but let the church say amen. Here's what I'd like to know. This morning you were at Microsoft. Tell us about that experience.
Well, that was such a wonderful and an amazing experience. I was asked by Tom Migdale from the BRC7 networking group to come over to Microsoft and to talk to them about my book, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. Shameless plug. And so he wanted me to speak more about the art of pitching and how I was able to start pitching in the first place and how I was able to turn it into a book that can help any woman or any man really build up their pitching skills. And so I went over to Microsoft and had such a wonderful time. And when I tell you it was standing room only there at Microsoft, can you imagine at Microsoft standing room only? I even had some of the staff members from Microsoft just sit and watch me in awe. And it was such an amazing experience.
Well, in my experience, over the 32 years that I've been a business coach and consultant, one of the things that I've found, sadly, is that many people cannot express themselves succinctly in a very short way. They cannot get their message across. Do you work with people individually?
Yes, I work with women individually, men individually, and I also work with sales teams at different Fortune 500, Fortune 100, and Fortune 50 companies.
Now that is amazing. Listen, what is the point of contact? How can they get in contact with you, Precious?
So you can get in contact with me at my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, and you could also set up a time to actually speak with me. You could also check me out on social media at facebook.com/perfectpitchp. You can also check me out on instagram.com/perfectpitchesp and twitter.com/perfectpitchp.
Now let's get into bad B and power pitches, right? Because I know the FCC is going to be looking at us, Rod, so I'm going to make sure they're going to bleep us out anyway.
Yes.
So I want to get into this a little bit because this is critical. Communication is key.
Yes.
There are times in your life where you're going to have 1 minute to persuade someone who can transform your life that you are the right person. And if you've got that minute, the person that can show you what to do with that minute is sitting here. So Precious, tell me what are some of the elements of a perfect pitch? Does it have to rhyme?
It does not have to rhyme, but it does have to make a whole lot of sense.
Okay.
When it comes to creating the perfect pitch, you want to make sure that you can tell a succinct story in a very short amount of time. And so when I first started, I started talking about lingerie. How did I start off? With Valentine's Day. And I started telling the story of women who are full-figure divas who aren't often thought about in society as women who can get the guy, get the hot guy, like I did. And was there any lingerie for women my size? I was 327 pounds when I started Curvy Girls Lingerie. And so what do you think most people said? You're too fat, you're too black, you're too loud, you're too this. And I wanted to change things on their head. And so what did one person say to me a long time ago? What do you do when you're in a no-win situation? You rewrite the rules. And so what I decided to do is, instead of talking about plus size women, I decided to change the vocabulary and change the lexicon. Full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. And that always brought up a reaction from the crowd. Number two, you want to embrace your difference. One of the things about me is you always see that I never look the same. And there's a reason for that. You want to stand out in a crowded marketplace. And for some of us want to be like everybody else. Not me. I want to stand out. And because I'm standing out, that's why people know me for who I am. I am not a motivational speaker. I am not a transformational speaker, and I'm not an inspirational speaker. I am the hashtag killer pitchmaster. And that by being the hashtag killer pitchmaster, I separate myself from everyone else who does those other things. And so I'm not a dime a dozen. I stand out. Number three, you want to begin with the end in mind. What is the overall goal of your pitch? Is it to get investments? Is it to get media attention? Is it to really get people, customers, clients interested and attracted to you? Once you know what the purpose is, you can write the pitch even better. Number four, what are the pain points of the audience? Who are you really speaking to? If you don't know what their pain points are, then you really can't write the pitch because you want to speak to those. And there's so many other ways that other tips that I can give, but those are the top 4 tips that I want the audience to know. You have to be able to tell a story. You have to know the pain points. You have to begin with the end in mind, and you have to just know what it is. What is the purpose of your pitch?
Well, as she was saying that, I was remembering a Carly Simon song from one of the old James Bond movie, where Carly said, "Go ahead, baby, you're the best."
You're
right?
the best.
I'm sitting here next to the best. I agree. Begin with the end in mind. Very succinctly, say exactly who you're pitching to and what you want, and make sure you drive that point home. Right? This is why, if you're going to have a meeting with that key person or with that key organization, you need to give Precious a call. You need to pick up one of these because, as the Gecko character said in the Wall Street movie, sometimes life comes down to a few moments.
It does.
And you must capitalize on those moments because you are not assured you will ever get that moment again. Right? So make sure you're ready for that, right? Oprah Winfrey, who is my role model, says, right, that luck in her mind is when preparation meets opportunity, right? So if you're going to hit that last second shot like Michael J. or like LeBron, guess what? Those guys practice that 500 times before that 1 second moment happens.
You better believe it. Practice makes perfect.
They are prepared, right? And so let Precious prepare you for that key moment in your life. Finally, you cannot finish anything successfully until you start something confidently. Take Precious's advice. Stand and deliver with confidence, clarity, and power. And by the way, if you need a little bit of coaching, pick up Power Pitches. It'll be a blessing to you, and I know it'll be a blessing to Precious. This is Stan Matthews in the spotlight here at GEMS TV saying good night and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing.
That was good. We had a good The Matthews Small Business Broadcast spotlights urban business owners, professionals, and creative artists and enables them to share their products and services with urban consumers from New York City to Washington, D.C., who have more than $150 billion of annual purchasing power. So book your spotlight interview package right now and let us help you acquire the new clients you need to prosper and succeed. Call us at 732-357-5701. Hi, this is Stan Matthews, founder of the Matthews Broadcast Network. It takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a community to build healthy, wealthy businesses, professional practices, and nonprofit organizations. The Matthews Broadcast Network enables urban businesses, professionals, creative artists, and community organizations to affordably share their products and services on network TV, digital, and social media platforms, and provides urban consumers like you the opportunity to support and help these businesses, professionals, creative artists, and community-based organizations create jobs, provide career opportunities, and make urban communities great places to live, work, and raise a family. So please become a network supporter at www.thematthewsbroadcast.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can continue to spotlight and share the success stories, positive outlook, people, culture, and awesome destiny of the global urban community.
Hi, I'm Mayor Baraka of Newark, reminding you to shop urban and shop local to save time and money, get a higher level of customer service, create jobs, and build stronger families and communities. Remember to shop urban, shop local, and shop Newark.
Remember to shop urban, shop local, and shop Newark.